Morning everyone, we are here for our 18 at Heart social stitch, which clearly isn't in the park as we intended. I'm Suze.
I'm Tina, hello there.
Hello, we have been described probably more by ourselves as the Ant and Dec of the stitching world, or maybe more.
I'm the taller one.
Yes, no you are, yeah. So today, Tina, what are we doing?
Well, like you said, Suze, we're meant to be meeting in the park to sort of show all the different hearts that we've been working on the 18 at Heart project. But what we're actually going to be doing, which is a little bit better in one way, we're going to be taking a little cup of tea, sitting back, watching our screens and looking at all the fantastic hearts that people have stitched, and also thinking about what we're going to be doing in the future as well.
Yeah, and also we've been collecting memories. Part of the project is about stitching for the yarn bomb. It's also about collecting memories, and I've been busy gathering them from our wonderful team of stitchers this week, and some crackers in there which I will share with you later. And also coming up at the end is a really cool little YouTube film that I found about Birmingham in 1963. So for those of you who aren't from Birmingham originally, it's kind of a nice insight into the way it used to look. But also, we remember it though, so it's going to be great for us to reminisce as well. What should we start with, Tina? Should we go straight into the gallery and look at the hearts?
Yeah, let's have a look at the gallery. But where is the gallery? Where can people see that?
So here we are on our website, and you can see, obviously, scroll through lots of different things there about past projects.
It's lovely.
So yeah, let's go into the gallery. So when people send in their stitched work, I tend to take a photograph of it and pop it up here, not as they come in, mainly in bulk. So if you ever wonder if any of your work has been received, if you look here, then you'll be able to find out. So look, these are our bricks for Northfield project, which are going to look amazing on the archway. So stunning.
So many brilliant bricks. Look at Woolworths.
I know.
Look at the YMCA.
I think Woolworths must still be the most missed shop in the world. Everyone always talks about it.
You could get everything there, everything. It was with you for life. It was with you when you bought your first single, and then it was with you when you set up your house and bought, a bit of crockery. It was there all the time.
Yeah, I used to go in with my pocket money to buy my LPs in there and things.
Pick and mix.
Yeah, it was absolutely everything, wasn't it? So here's some of our. There will be eventually about 300 up there, won't there?
For the stitch train. Yeah, we've got lots and lots, but at the moment they're waiting for us to put them all together. So that's great. Oh, hello. Here we are. 18 at Heart.
18 at Heart project. What should we do? Should we just scroll through and then just jump in and talk about a few of them? Because I mean, they're all so stunning, and no two are the same, which is what I absolutely love about this project.
And also, what I really like about it is that each one has got the heart of the person who stitched it as well. And that's the really great thing about it, is that some people may have stitched something quite intricate, some people might have done 3D, but all of us together have created this brilliant project. So if you look along here, see the one that's like a road?
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Roads! I love roads, I love curbs, I love getting on and off the bus, and the 18 at Heart bus is the one that we're going to hopefully be getting on and off with. Scotland!
Scottish flag.
It is flags, and quite a few people have done different flags, haven't they? And I think that's really good as well, because at Woolly Mammoth we're all about, like, our sort of strapline really of like is crafting connectedness, and it's about connecting to each other but also connecting to the place where we are. So yeah. Oh, hold on. Hey, fun! What do you like about this one, Suze?
I really love the edging. I thought, to be honest, and I've told the stitcher this, I thought she'd put pipe cleaners in it. I don't know why. It just looks like.
Oh yeah, it has got the texture.
The whole thing is just so much more fun because of the kind of the change in, isn't it? Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of chenille. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a really nice word as well, isn't it? Hey.
This group here.
Yeah.
Basically, the postcodes where the number 18 bus route goes through.
I mean, that is so clever. I would never have thought of doing that on the hearts that I was doing. It's just really brilliant, isn't it? Hee, little cat.
That's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, people are doing so many different styles, and I love the buttons.
Yeah, the buttons are a really good addition, aren't they? And I think that's the thing, like when we've been sending them out in lockdown especially, we could there's a limit to the amount of different colors that we can send, or any, you know, at the beginning it was questionable whether we should send wool or not. So it's been really great to see people using some of the wool and threads that they already have at home, and that sort of makes it even more personal. Wow, Edelweiss, little butterfly.
Well, didn't it, during lockdown? Because obviously all that extra time in gardens.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
If you're lucky enough. Hey, look at that. Ooh, I love that checkerboard. A bit of Bargello close to my. Ooh, Scotch Stitch.
Is that Scotch
wow.
Stitch?
Pardon?
That's not Scotch Stitch, is it?
No, the one previous was Scotch Stitch.
Oh, see, I really like that.
I know, I love it. It's a great way to cover a lot of ground.
Actually, a tutorial on our website in the stitch tutorial bit. It shows a video of you doing Scotch Stitch, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And there's quite a lot of different stitches on there, isn't there? So look at that beautiful poppy.
Just simple.
I love this idea of people adding extra bits to make it sort of 3D. You know, a lot of the colours make things pop 3D, don't they, as well?
Definitely.
Smiley face.
Kept people very busy during lockdown. Do you know we've got over 500 now, Tina?
500 hearts?
Yeah, already.
You're kidding. Like the last time we spoke, I felt that we only had like about 300 or something.
All of a sudden, I think I've been a bit rubbish. I haven't really kept track very well. Sending them, I've not been my
Look at that rabbit.
You count on the website in terms of rows and do your multiplication, which I couldn't do mental maths, had to use a calculator, which is shocking.
Yeah.
100 there, so that's really, really cool. Okay. Oh, there's the ones you started right at the beginning,
yeah, right at the beginning, the little road, the little Birmingham sign, the little bus, the little heart. Hey, so nice.
And this next batch, actually, I will claim as mine. And I have to say, during lockdown, I really appreciated having something to just pass the time a little bit. I used to do it in front of the TV a lot. It kept me awake. Just took my mind off things. I've stitched my whole family there. I just tell you, dogs.
Oh, I love your dogs.
No,
it just looks so like your dog.
My family aren't. There's me.
I love it. Oh, yeah, so good.
We know that you're the stitch artist, and I've never really done much stitching or tapestry at all, just since I've been kind of working with you. So to me, I've learnt loads, and I've been really inspired by what other people have been doing as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think the good thing about 18 at Heart is that yes, we've got a few things on the website to show people how to stitch, but a lot of people have really made it their own. I mean, and this sort of 3D effect as well. I love this rainbow.
How do you do that? I've never tried that. How do you make that work?
So really, see how I've got this? I'm doing a little S here, but I'll just I can just change it to a different thing. So what you do is you take the threads like that. You take the thread and then you move it to the corresponding opposite side, but you move one down as you're going.
We can't see you, Tina.
Can you see there?
I can't. No, we can't see you. You're not on the screen. So you'll just have to describe, audio describe. You're not on the screen. You see yourself?
We're not on the screen?
No.
Are we not on the screen?
No, we're not. We're just looking at hearts. Use your imagination.
I thought there was a little picture of us. And we were like waving and chatting. That's what I've been doing, like really big clapping like that.
We'll just go through the hearts and then we'll be back, Tina. In case you better just, pretend you.
I thought it was on the corner. Oh dear.
Look at this.
I love that bus. It just looks, it couldn't be anything else, could it? It just looks so brilliant.
So good. And rainbows, obviously, Pac-Man.
Aha, the ghost. I love that. Oh, that's delicious.
Look at that. That's so clever.
It is. And yeah, it is. It is. It's like you can do it like the running stitch and then put another stitch in between. So it's really beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. More buttons. Oh, I love these. And hearts within hearts I really like as well.
I really like that, because that's almost got something, it almost feels cozy but containment, you know, like in lockdown when we were all sort of you know, looking after each other, which we do anyway, don't we? But it's just like, you know, just looking at a few, like, you know, almost like a family gathering round and gathering round again. So good.
Yeah. Look at these. They now
what I like about some of them is that some people have put in an image, but then other people have gone around that image and lined it a little bit so that the image pops back out again as well. There's some really beautiful different ones here. And also what I'm quite liking that people are doing is adding a little bit of glitter wool.
Yeah.
Because, you know, glitter wool means that it's glitter that doesn't spill anywhere. And you don't keep on finding it for the rest of the year.
I know, that's it. You just, anywhere that now goes, oh, let's do glitter on an activity, I'm like, no. Glitter. Nobody needs that much glitter.
Yeah, exactly. You can get what's it called? Recyclable or biodegradable glitter now. So that's good. Hey, a cup of tea.
Yeah. And I just want to say happy birthday to this stitcher. Hope you have a fantastic day today, and sorry we couldn't stitch in person with you, we're eating cake, but this is a little shout out to you. Have a lovely day. Okay. Oh wow, look at this.
This has just got to be in my top 10, or probably top 2, I don't know, but I just absolutely love this one. And you can really see the personality in it, and you can, but you also, it's just so special, isn't it? You feel that you could almost pick it, you almost feel you could know that person. It's just so beautiful.
Well, you probably do, Tina.
I know. And I love this idea where it's going across again. Oh, it's really nice.
I really like these embellishments. Oh, another man, fantastic. I really, really, really love these. I don't know how to do them. Have you any ideas?
Yeah, they're lovely. They're done on like a flower loom, and they were quite popular. The little looms, they were quite popular in the 70s. And you used to get like a magazine. If you ever got a magazine, there was like it was all about craft in the 1970s, especially. And you used to get these little looms, and I can remember our mum like doing a bit of a loom, doing a little loom way and things like that. But you can also stitch them as well. So you just leave a loop.
Ooh.
Oh, hello, what's this?
I knew you'd ask me that. Okay.
What is it?
Well, that's a chrysalis. And one of our wonderful stitchers has done the whole story of the hungry caterpillar. So we bring it in a heart at some point. Yeah. It's not in the right order, unfortunately, but I'll try and make it work. So we have obviously the egg on the leaf.
Yeah, okay.
Out comes
I love it.
Jump for an apple. Strawberries. I can't remember what they are. 5. Is it peaches or something? Cake, ice cream.
Oh, I like that one.
Peas and gherkin, salami and pie, popcorn, I think, and watermelon.
Is this everything the caterpillar ate?
Do what?
Is that everything the caterpillar ate?
Yeah. I've actually, because I couldn't remember the order, so I had to look it up and just.
Oh right.
Photograph it. Turns into a lovely chrysalis, which is brilliant. And then obviously we get the emerging butterfly at the end. Isn't that such a clever idea?
I love that. I like the it's almost like those beads look like petrol, don't they? And aurora borealis, I think those beads are called, and they were quite popular as well in the 60s. A lot of people had lots of beads in that sort of finish.
Then we have an alphabet. Again, it's in the wrong order. I think it's all back to front. I'll need to go in and change that. But yeah, look at that. So every single letter has a corresponding thing. So D for dog, dog, C for cat.
Jamaica.
Brilliant. It's my favourite one. I absolutely love it. And I think it's pipe cleaners with stitch around it. I'm not sure. So if our stitchers in the chat, could you just tell people how you did the legs, please? Because I think I'd like to have a go at that.
It is. And also the heart is upside down as well, which is again something that I would never have thought of, because I'm more about process and teaching the stitch. And look at this one where 2 hearts have been joined.
That's it. So if anybody wants to do that, you're more than welcome to go off and use the resources you've got. I mean, that is stunning, isn't it? That peacock.
Yeah, but I love because I love like the purity of stitch as well. I love the ones that are stitched with, you know, just showing off how great the stitch is, as much as I love the ones that are showing off a picture and things like that.
Yeah, so we differ, don't we? Because I'm all about covering every speck of canvas, and some of our stitches I think do as well. Whereas you quite like having the open hold.
Yeah, I sort of quite like to see where, you know, how the stitch is done, you know, so, you know, like sort of being sort of like talking to people and teaching people about stitch. I like them to be able to see, you know, where they can start and where they can finish. So I love it if you can see the canvas as well. All right, Bab.
Right, Bab. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? Again, another upside down one. I suppose
sometimes I love that.
The image you want to do doesn't fit, does it, in the conventional way up? So by stopping it, you just give yourself a bit more utility.
That's so good. That fish, really beautiful.
Oh, I love this one.
So I adore this as well. I just absolutely love all the ways that people have shown themselves, and I think those ones were people when they were younger, when they were 18 as well, which I think is a really brilliant thing.
Oh, so cute. So good, so good. Yeah, they're just brilliant. So the ones at the bottom have been sent pictures of, but I haven't quite got the actual final heart back yet. So they're on their way, and then obviously they'll be into the website. But just what an amazing variety. I'm just looking for. Oh, and I really like this one as well. I think that's like a road, isn't it, Tina?
Yeah, I think that could be the 18 bus route. The road. That's what I thought, and I love that. I just love this, and I think some of the ones that you're showing earlier, that you're showing now, that a lot of those ones were maybe done when we had our couple of meetings as well, like, you know, before lockdown, before the whole coronavirus hit us. Really,
we only had a couple of meetings, so
yeah,
the whole project he's built, hasn't it, during lockdown, which has been amazing. Look, we are on the screen now, Tina.
Oh, we're back now.
Welcome back. Yeah, so you know, I just have to say I'm truly delighted by everybody's kind of effort and contributions, and dedication. And I know people are getting something out of it for themselves, and that's great, but I think the end point of this project is very exciting for me, because we are going to yarn bomb 5.5 miles, right? And for anyone who doesn't know what a yarn bomb is, basically it's like non-destructive graffiti street art. They're going to be hanging off trees, off lampposts, hopefully inside a bus on the number 18 bus route, and just really probably brighten up so many people's days, and people be out spotting them and looking for them. And I just think this is, you know, in a sense, all the stitchers are volunteers in a way, aren't they? Because they've given their time, because they're not taking the artwork home. It's not theirs, is it? They're giving
exactly.
Yeah. Really, really
I mean, I think a lot of it is what I felt is it's just so heartfelt, and it's really a lot of respect for each other, where people have, you know, we've trusted people to, you know, receive the heart. You know, the post office have been working really hard for us, haven't they? So big respect to the post office and the people that work for the post office and posties, because they really have, you know, through lockdown, a lot of projects, especially a lot of the projects that we've done, they wouldn't have existed without us being able to actually use the postal service. So it gives you a respect of everybody all the way through, I think. So yeah, it's been really heartfelt for me to see them all coming in.
Yeah. Okay, right, ready for some memories?
Yes, please. Right, I haven't heard these memories, so I'm not acting.
No.
I haven't heard them, have I?
You know, it's a natural TV effect. Honestly, we should go into broadcast. It's hilarious. Okay, so I really like this. This is great. It was a very significant year for us. So basically, we asked people for their memories of when they were 18, what they can remember. And it's really hard to remember specifics unless you're prompted by things. Sometimes listening to other people can prompt something from you. I mean, I know I found it really difficult to try and think back about episodes. I can think of like one thing, and it's been quite challenging. So we've been asking people to dig deep. Okay.
But hold on a minute. But why are we asking people for their memories? What significance is that to us?
I mean, it's part of the project, really. So we're stitching along the 18.5 bus route, but actually as people over 50, which are
Yeah.
mainly all our stitchers are, we're saying, yeah, we're still young at heart, you know. Part of this thing is about, I think there's an issue in society when you get older, the older you get, and I'm not saying any of our stitchers are very old, I'm just saying the older you get, oh yeah, Tina, people are worried they are becoming invisible, you know. And I think so the yarn bomb is a bit of a rebellious act in a way, because it's, you know, we haven't asked for permission to do it, and it's basically saying, look, we are here, we are visible, we're having fun, and we're 18 at heart. So I thought it was quite nice to look back and think about stories and memories, and actually a good way also maybe getting some men involved, because obviously stitching is seen to be a female thing, you know, we know it's not, but a lot of women take part rather than men. So maybe part of the project we can start gathering more memories from men about what they felt about 18, just raising it out and involve more people.
And that's because, is it because our project is also, because our project is funded by Celio Network Neighbourhood
Neighbourhood
Scheme.
Network Scheme, and shout out to the lovely Ian and Karen. Hello guys, if you're watching. Really grateful for the funding to be able to do this. But yeah, their project is for over 50s, and it's about helping, not helping people, but providing opportunities for people to get involved quite young, because 50 to me is, it's not old, it's not like an OAP thing, is
not
it?
Old.
Young, but it's trying to help people find connections and networks before they retire, a lot of it. So I know when people first retire, you're struggling maybe to find something to do or things you might have an interest in. So the funding goes to projects and to groups to really just enable more social activities and ways to come together and find connections locally on your neighbourhood, basically.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good idea, especially now, you know, we would have seen more connections in lockdown, but it's really great also to think about, you know, some people may not be able to go back to the jobs that they were at beforehand, and so trying to build a community and a network that you feel that you're part of in your early 50s, I think really can, you know, it's a really great health and well-being thing to do. So I think the network neighbourhood schemes are a really good way for people to engage.
Yeah, and they're very supportive too. Okay, memories. Sorry, we've got to let's go. Don't never do that, do we? Right, here we go. So it was a very significant year for us as we started after a Valentine card and me having appendicitis, which came together to reveal our true feeling for each other. Nice. This is a love story then, this one at 18. We met at Birmingham College of Food and got engaged 4 months later. Not the most romantic of proposals, at the bus stop at New Station. The bus theme, I love it. I was so flabbergasted that I hopped on my bus. I was so flabbergasted that I hopped on my bus before giving my answer. Oh, we left him waiting.
Oh, good job it wasn't the 11. It would have taken ages to get back.
So we planned our future together with a dream to open a high-quality coffee and cake cafe. My fiancé won a scholarship to work at a first-class confectioner's in Germany, and I joined him later. And that's all age 18. I'm sure I was just in the pub. That's quite impressive, that is, isn't it? Okay, it's really lovely. So another person, actually, at 18, I was married and I had a son, so I was busy looking after him. Elvis Presley was my favourite singer. Sorry, I got confused there. Elvis Presley was my favourite singer.
So good in the 60s, Elvis.
Yeah, well, I was more of I think as a child, I didn't like Elvis, but I was into Cliff Richard. And I think you were either a Cliff Richard fan, weren't you, or an Elvis fan?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, you're right, yeah, probably.
Do you remember Shakin' Stevens, the singer?
Yeah, in the 80s, I loved him.
He definitely modelled himself on Elvis, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, Elvis, you know, Elvis is the king.
Anyway, I'm distracted. There we go. That's a really nice one. Okay, here's another good one. I turned 18 in the summer of 1976 during the heat wave.
Oh, yes, very hot.
My room was too hot at night, so I dragged a camp bed into the garden. It was certainly cooler, but I didn't get much sleep, with owls calling as I tried to settle down and foxes barking at dawn. I remember the fraught days revising for my A-levels beside the new garden pond my dad was building. When he put the liner in and filled it with water the first time, our Labrador jumped straight in and I wasn't far behind. The day before the physics exam, I was cramming frantically when a gust of wind blew all my notes into the pond.
That's physics in action. Displacement.
And I could have cried. You can just imagine the face, though, can't you? Enjoying having this lovely pond straight in, and then your work being ruined. So when nature meets physics, brilliant.
Yeah,
excellent. All right, I'm just going to read one more. This is from somebody who has been reminiscing quite a lot during Stitching Hearts, which is lovely. While stitching the hearts, I've been thinking about days gone by travelling on the 18 bus on various outings with my mum and sister. My dad worked long hours to provide for us. It is surprising how many memories have come flooding back, from realising the colour of the buses have changed to thinking about my school days. And I wanted to share this memory with you. I've always lived near to and used the 18 bus. When I was a young girl, I remember the destination on the front of the 18 bus was Bangham Pit. I always wondered where or what Bangham Pit was. Do you know what Bangham Pit was?
Nope.
I googled it actually.
Yeah.
It's in Bartley Green, and it was a bit of a quarry.
Right.
But also there was a tower block there called Bangham Pit as well. No, it wasn't. It's called Bangham House or something like that.
Right.
You can Google these things and little nuggets pop up on the history forums and things.
Yeah. Yes, that would be like a gravel pit, would it?
I don't know. Or quarries. Sand. Yeah, quarry. I don't know. All right, we've got research to do. If anybody knows what Bangham Pit was, what they quarried, we would love to know.
We would definitely.
How many memories of being 18, Tina?
Well, not that many that aren't covered in the haze of being in the pub and thinking that I was a really cool goth, even though I couldn't stop smiling. That's the same, really. But I really loved coming into town. It's still called town to me. I love coming into town. I like going into costermongers underneath Martineau Square. So I'd go into Oasis. I'd go into costermongers, and recently, before lockdown, it seems like 1,000 million years ago, I actually sat in the seat that I hadn't sat in for 35 years, because when I came back to Birmingham, costermongers was closed. It was, closed or whatever, and recently it reopened. So there I was, sat in the same seat that I had sat in, or the same space area that I had sat in 35 years before. And do you know what? Still as cool.
There is definitely something about going back to a place, isn't it? Because as a kid, I grew up in Basingstoke, and we always went down to Leigh-on-Sea for holidays with my grandparents. And my grandparents were the very first customers at this one particular cafe called the Bluebird Cafe. Very first, I don't know, 50 years ago or something. They used to take us there as kids, and my mum and dad now take my children there to the Bluebird Cafe for their cup of tea, and there's something very nice and nostalgic and comforting, isn't it, about going back to those places? So I can imagine you. Are you going to go and sit there again, Tina?
Well, maybe in my memory now, or in my head, because who knows when we'll be able to. I don't know whether I haven't been to town that much to sort of see whether it's there, but I still find town really exciting. I still find Birmingham really exciting, and all the different buildings that went up, and just being on the bus and coming underneath, seeing the HP sauce factory. It was exciting, and I still find the whole place and the people really exciting. So maybe I'll always be 18 at heart, but without the black lipstick.
I cannot imagine you as a smiling goth. It'd be so funny. It's kind of like a contradiction, isn't it, really? So I've got one more treat for you here, and I have found a really fun film on YouTube.
All right.
It means we have the right to show it because it's already out there on YouTube. I want to screen share.
Oh, Dirty Digbeth, still looking the same.
It's a really cheesy soundtrack, so I'll turn that down.
Yeah.
The Rotunda is such an amazing, iconic building, isn't it?
It's so exciting. It was like space age. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Probably was a telephone box.
When I watch these old films, I just always wish I could see my nan and granddads on them, just like to see them just happily walking past or something. It just would be really brilliant, wouldn't it?
Of course, amazing.
Oh, up we go. Up we go. Look at that, you could drive straight in.
I know, because obviously that's,
Oh, brilliant. Yay, look at the flags.
Oh, I love that image.
I love that ball.
I moved to Birmingham in '91, and I obviously remember the old Bullring then. I think it was
I love that.
2000s or something, the new layout.
I think so. I'm not sure. 52.
People just walking everywhere.
I know. People just walk in front. They just don't look. Look at the confidence.
But he's not even on his mobile phone, is he? He's just...
No, he isn't. 116. People over Tamworth Way will know that bus.
This is now pedestrianised.
Yeah. Look how full of life it was when look how full of life it was when the whole bus and the streets, people could actually just like walk along with the cars as well.
Different sense of urgency, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, she's in a rush.
Well, that's it. Obviously, look at that little mini. Woo!
A lot of these buildings are still there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still there. But I quite like, having this little Birmingham Mail, Birmingham Post. Oh yeah, because look, you could just, if you didn't necessarily want to buy a paper, you could just look at the pictures. Well, that's good. This is a great film. Oh, Flowers.
Oh, it's 1964, not 63. Look, got that wrong.
Smoker's Match.
I wonder if any of these people realised they'd end up being an archive. Probably didn't get permission. Nobody asked in those days, did they?
Well, you probably didn't need permission, did you, really? What? Oh, yes.
Where's that?
This is really good, isn't it?
Hairdo.
Look at the style. Look how stylish people are.
One of our stitchers talks about a hairdo when she was 18. She had a Purdy haircut.
Yes.
I don't actually know what that means.
It's sort of like a bob Purdy, around like that, I think. Oh yes, but I think that clock there, people were talking about the fact that clock is still there, but nobody knows who owns it. So it's been at the same time for about 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading it on, I think it was on Twitter or something the other day. Oh, smoking shops.
That must be the jacuzzi and the floozy. No, it's not.
No, this is all... There were so many fantastic pieces of architecture and underpasses to walk along as well.
That is still on that gradient. There is a water feature there, but it's just not that.
Yeah, it is. But also there were so many, like underpasses with lots of art in like big mosaics and green spaces as well. It's just it's beautiful. I mean, I think we're probably going to be getting back all of the a lot more of the green spaces, like in the city centre especially. Look at it. Oh yeah, look at the lovely market.
Well, at least that's still there. One of them anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it's the very, yeah. Yeah, I remember the little flags, I used to call them. Oh.
Selling something, but he just looks like he's angry.
Yeah, and he's just shouting about the fruit. Eggs.
Well, she's rather well dressed, isn't she?
Well, I think everybody was very, everybody was smart, weren't they? Yay! This is a brilliant film.
I think there's loads like this on the bit of searching. Day out.
Good.
Jamie's not showing the rag market. I'd love to see the rag market.
Yeah. We've got quite a few memories of the rag market as well, haven't we? I mean, I used to buy marker seat rings. That was one of my things when I was like 18. I used to have hands full of marker seat rings from the rag market. Oh, the ball.
I loved walking down that ramp all through the Palisade. Past, there was loads of rubbish shops, weren't there? And then you had to go all the way through the rubbish shops, and then you got to the bottom, and then there was a Mark 1 on the bottom.
Yeah.
That was the early 90s, wasn't there? And
Mark 1 was so good.
It was so grubby down there, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden, English Heritage or Historic Kingdom funded the cleaning of the church, St Martin's, and all of a sudden the whole area was just incredible. It was just all bright and just different. It was great.
That's it. I think
trip down memory lane.
That was good. I used to like walking down from where Waterstones is now. You could walk underneath to get to round to the bullring, and underground it was all, there was like a record shop under there, but all of the flooring was like vinyl tiles, and so, but it was like almost like rubberized vinyl tiles, and I just used to think every pavement should be like this, and then everybody would just be able to be so comfortable walking along. It wouldn't be hard tarmac. I just used to think it was like space age. I love stuff like that.
You would just like to live in your slippers, wouldn't you? Just walk around in your slippers.
Yeah. I'm wearing them now.
All right. Okay, I think people have got better things to do than hearing us gabbing on, although I hope you've enjoyed joining our session, even though it's obviously not. This is the kind of thing we do when we're sat in the park, isn't it? When we're all in a community centre, wherever we get to meet. And hopefully we will get to meet in the future. And so if anyone out there hasn't started to stitch with us yet and would like to get involved in the project, if you're over 50 and live in Selly Oak district, we would love to hear from you. Please do contact us. I'll just pop in the chat now our email address to get in contact, and a phone number if anybody wants to ring. And thank you again to all our amazing team of stitchers who come out of lockdown and are still with us. Yes, still with us now. And going to be joining in conversations about the future, how we do the yarn bomb, and designing the rest of the project with us. Because actually, we haven't given it huge amounts of thoughts, have we, Tina? What we actually do with all these hearts.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've got the idea. We've got the idea. We sort of know what we're meant to be doing. What?
Joshua, pull it out. So this is everybody's hearts all bagged up in there, and. Got some more sent last night from a lady who's
lovely
in touch with us and said Mum needs something to do during lockdown, so we got her involved too, which is really good.
So I think we sort of know what we want to do, but we need more input from people, and then we'll see what we can all do together in the future with this yarn bomb, and then maybe taking it forward to maybe do some different things together as well.
Yeah, we'll look for ways to keep the group together, definitely, because I feel like we've started something, but obviously with COVID it hasn't started the way it was supposed to, so we've still got a lot of more project to do, haven't we? So,
we have.
Okay, goodbye everyone, have a fantastic rest of the day, and we will be in touch soon by email or phone or however we contact you. Take care, bye.
Okay, bye.